All right. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Friday Eve. I'm glad to have everyone here. Glad to be back. You guys know I've got a busy week here on the slate, but I'm always excited to get back into things and be here rocking and rolling in markets. Hope everybody got a good night's sleep. I was struggling a little bit to get to sleep last night, but ended up going to sleep. Slept pretty well. Almost four went my workout this morning, but ended up getting it in. Right, pushed through. And I felt good about that. Was able to throw around some weights. I didn't go for the cardio option today. I went for the weight option. That was good. Trying to build some muscle. We'll see if it sticks. But excited to be here. Right, push through. Got everything in this morning, feeling nice, refreshed, ready to get after it. Was peeking around some charts, just dropped the pre-market analysis as well in the Facebook group. So I'm excited for what the day has for us and, excited to get into things. Everybody here, throw a 3 in the chat if you're excited to get after it this morning, if you're ready to attack your goals, if you're ready to close the gap between who you are and who you're meant to be. We're here to chase purpose, right? Not chase profit, not chase money. Those who chase money never catch it because money follows value. If you seek to create value, then you will get money. If you only seek to get money, you likely won't ever get money, right? Um, it's like you chasing a girl, but a girl wants someone with like ambition, and you don't have ambition, but you want the girl. It's like you'll never get the girl because the girl is chasing something different than what you're chasing. If you have ambition, the girl chases you. It's the same thing with money, right? If you create value, money chases you. So you want to look to create value, right? You want to look to hone your system. You want to look to act in a way that benefits markets, right? And also benefits you. And that's really what you want to focus on. If you focus on money, it will constantly elude you, right? But if you focus on value, doing what you're trying to do and doing it well, money will find its way in your pocket, right? That is just, something that I've found in my few, solar rotations here on this big blue earth. But I'm excited to get after it this morning. Vivian, good morning. Benjamin, my man, good morning. Luke, good morning. Alicia, good morning. Latrice, Sharon, yes. Vivian, everybody, good morning, good morning. Coco, great morning. Paul, my man Paul, good morning. Happy to be here. And, I feel like without further ado, we can go ahead and dive into it. It's been a mixed week, but more green than red, which is good, right? We had a good Monday. A Tuesday that started off good and got very sour very fast, got smacked in the mouth on Tuesday. Not fun, right? But that's part of the game, and you come back bigger and better, ready to execute. And Wednesday, we had some fire plays on Apple and Amazon, right? They were outlined Tuesday. Could not have asked for more from Apple and Amazon in the way that they behaved. Retrace that hourly bear flag breakout. Both of them did. Fired down. Hit, price target number 1 and price target number 2. So Wednesday is smash day, and we're looking to follow that up with a Thursday smash day. So again, it's what the market gives us. You can't force anything. You literally do not have the ability to force the market to do anything. All you can do is see what opportunities are there and take advantage of it. Not be lazy. Be ready to execute, and the money finds you, right? So that's what we're looking to do here today, and we're going to get into our newsletter now, with our top news being limited supply. So the latest data out of Cushing, Oklahoma, the nation's major oil storage hub, has commodity traders on edge again, with a steep drop in inventories compounding worries about tight global supply. Last night, WTI crude futures even touched $95 per barrel at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, continuing a big rally that began at the beginning of the summer. In fact, crude has soared about 40% over the past 3 months, with West Texas Intermediate jumping another 3.6% on Wednesday, marking its biggest gain since early May. The great part about this is that you can also still make money off of something with the prices going up. You can make money off that thing going down, right? We shorted XLE. We made very nice profits, made a reel about it, need to make an updated reel showing how that panned out, right? Which it did. Snaps and claps all around for that. But XLE coming in on the put side, right? We made great money over the course of the past few weeks on XLE, taking a bearish stance on oil. In terms of inflation watch, further drawdowns at Cushing would spell more trouble for an already tight oil market due to the deepening supply cuts from Saudi Arabia and Russia. Inventory levels in Cushing have been cut in half since June and now stand at just below 23 million barrels, or a level that's close to the operational minimum. If tank storage falls below 20 million barrels, the oil can become sludgy and difficult to remove, potentially adding to upward pressure on prices and renewing fears of inflation. I did not know that about oil, but apparently it gets like, I don't know, like jelly, right? When there's not a lot of jelly in there, things can get weird at the bottom of it. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. But it sounds like oil kind of works the same. I'm not an oil engineer, don't take me to school in that, but it seems like having less oil is even more of a problem than having less oil was originally thought to be, right? At first, it's like, oh no, we're low on oil, but now it's like, oh no, we're low on oil, and that makes the low oil that we have less valuable to us, right? Less effective. Quote, the U.S. has in essence bailed out the rest of the world from an oil supply shortage, but that is about to come to an end, writes investing group leader HFI Research. U.S. crude storage will not build during refinery maintenance season in October, and one of the bear factors was demand, but demand is holding up well. Oil stocks have also reflected similar sentiment since the summer, with big gains seen for companies like Chevron, Conoco, EOG Resources, ExxonMobil, Hess Corporation, Occidental Petroleum, Pioneer Natural Resources, Schlumberger, and Valero. Now, what else to watch? Bond yields are climbing along with oil prices, with the 10-year Treasury yield topping 4.6% on Wednesday. If things keep going, it can rekindle some fears and lead to the third consecutive year of losses for the bond market, a development that happened in the early 1970s. That will have broad implications for other asset classes and currencies, with higher bond yields making the greenback more attractive. The next catalyst investors are also eyeing is tomorrow's key inflation data, with a reading on the core personal consumption expenditures price index. So we get, PCE data, like we already got PCE data here. Let me see. Try and pull that up. Actually, you know what? I should be able to access this on my phone as well. Let's check out PCE data. We're going to go to our faithful Walter Bloomberg, see if he has anything for us. Coinbase received regulatory approval from the Bermuda Monetary Authority to enable perpetual futures for eligible non-U.S. retail customers. So people still using Bermuda to find loopholes in the financial system. Let's see here. So today at 8:29 a.m., U.S. jobless claims, right? We got jobless claims data. U.S. jobless claims up 2,000 to 204K in September 23rd week survey. So let's see here. Claims up to 2,000 to 204K. So we expected 214. We only got 204,000 jobless claims, so less than expected jobless claims. And then US GDP actual 2.1% versus 2.1%, estimated 2.2%. So GDP, the actual GDP numbers coming in 0.1% less than what was expected. US 2Q GDP index rises at a 1.7% annual rate, estimated 2%. So, rising at a rate that was less than expected. GDP, that's not bullish. U.S. final Q2 GDP 2.1%, consensus 2.1%. So it looks like the final Q2 GDP was in line with what was estimated. Then we got sales, GDP deflator. All right, so PCE price index up 2.5%, core PCE up 3.7%, and consensus was 3.7%. So we expected the PCE data that we got. So the inflation data was right in line with expectations, which kind of ends up being a neutral result, right? Kind of like a net flat result. In terms of markets and how things are moving, I know I just turned away from you guys. It's not because I have a problem with you. It's because I've got multiple computers running right now. Yeah, looking like SPY did not like that info that we got, right? Let's see here. But we'll see. We'll see kind of where we open and kind of what we have going on. But initially, right after 8:30, we continued to climb a bit. We hit resistance, right? Yesterday's previous hourly high. And then we dropped like a hot potato. From there, over the course of the past 15 minutes, right? 15, 16, 17 minutes. So, we'll see, though, kind of where we end up. We're kind of at the bottom of our pre-market range right now. You guys know what that means. You always want to have pre-market low marked off, right? Know where that's at. Watch out for the peak below and fail. And then, see if we can push up from there. But SPY did put in a nice hammer candle on the daily yesterday on above average daily volume. So you guys know what that means. Also, I was literally looking at the wrong webcam just now. So you guys know what that means, right? Hammer candle on the daily means that we likely push higher from there, or at least break yesterday's high. So, we're watching SPY. Definitely watching SPY for calls above that 427.54 area. We can't drop forever, right? So we're looking to see if we can get that bounce here, and as well if we can profit off of it, right? We've already profited off the downside, but we are kangaroos. We aren't bulls. We aren't bears. We look to make money off of whatever the market gives us. And that's exactly what we're trying to do today. So in terms of what we've got going on next, consumer news, another strike. 2 labor unions in Nevada, the Culinary Workers Union Local 226 and Bartenders Union Local 165, overwhelmingly voted to authorize a strike on the Las Vegas Strip. Although a deadline hasn't been fixed yet, the contracts for about 40,000 workers at 22 casino resorts owned by MGM Resorts, Caesars Entertainment, and Wynn Resorts expired on September 15th. Workers' demands include, quote, the largest wage increases ever negotiated in the culinary union's history and better working conditions. This strike would be the latest in a series of walkouts the U.S. has seen in recent months, including the now ended Hollywood writers' strike and the Detroit strike, which may be expanded soon. Now, in terms of consumer news here, exercise shocker, battling over, and in terms of kind of what happens here, casinos with all that casino news, that's important because casinos have already gotten hit hard by hackers. I don't know if you guys have been, watching that, following that, but casinos have been getting destroyed by hackers the past few weeks. I mean, costing them millions and millions and millions in business, and then they have to pay tens of millions of dollars in ransom fees. So MGM got hit, right? Caesars got hit. And if you look for any of my people who also sports bet, all of those casinos are running promos on their sports books, right? So watch out for that because they're probably juicing the lines on all of these different sports bets because they just got taken, swindled by these hackers. So yeah, Caesars Entertainment might be offering you, whatever it is, bet $10 and you get $250 in credits. They're doing that because they're juicing the heck out of those lines to make sure that they get some of this money back from the people, that are coming to them trying to place these sports bets. So it pays in every area of life to be tapped in with what's going on, right? What's going on with market news and unbiased news. I'm not talking about if they are mentioning Democrats or Republicans or they're mentioning anything partisan related in your news other than when it's like election news or news about the government, that should not be the news that you really care a lot about. Because at the end of the day, if you're injecting partisanship, then you're injecting politics. And in straight up news, like news that you want to utilize, you don't want politics anywhere near it, right? Because you end up getting tainted news. So either listen to CNN and Fox or find an unbiased news source and use that, right? But it's very important to keep up with this news because it touches every aspect of your life. When should I buy a car? When should I buy a house? When should I sell my house? When should I change careers, right? When should I be betting? What sports book should I be betting on? It's such a leg up in life to literally take 20 minutes and just read unbiased news, right? I mean, throw a 5 in the chat if you agree with that. It's a cheat code. And people are always like, how do you know all this? Dude, it takes me legitimately 20 minutes, right? You can talk about so many different things, right? But also you can just really make the right choices in life, which is a nice leg up. Now, in terms of consumer news, exercise shocker, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down just so that it doesn't distract anything. Exercise shocker, battling over the connected fitness market for years, Lululemon, ticker Lulu, and Peloton, ticker PTON, who we haven't played in a while, have inked a 5-year global partnership that could change the exercise equipment and services landscape dramatically. Peloton will become Lululemon's exclusive digital fitness content provider, and Lululemon will become Peloton's primary athletic apparel partner. I like this for Peloton because Lulu's a powerhouse, right? Lulu is a powerhouse. They have unsuccessfully tried to break into the fitness tech industry, right? They had the mirror. I'm pretty sure that was through Lulu, and that just didn't do very well. And we know how Peloton has been struggling and floundering and whatnot. So, I like it if I'm Peloton, because tying myself to Lulu is tying myself to, a strong name, a strong brand in the fitness space that really kind of stands the test of time and really a lot of different economic circumstances, because Lulu still does well even when the economy is down. We know that those active fit people are always going to be in their Lulu. So I don't like it, from necessarily like if I'm Lulu, just because I need Peloton. I need to see something from Peloton. We haven't kept up with Peloton a whole lot. It used to be in the news a lot more. We used to trade it. I kind of forgot it existed. But maybe we'll go back in, from here and check things out. But I think it, is interesting from a Peloton standpoint. And, hopefully this helps both of them. But I think Lulu's trying to continue to grow, branch out, and really just become more than an apparel company. Every company, no matter what it sells, wants to be a tech company. And we all know the gold mine that is health information. So any way that you can get your hands, your grubby little money hungry hands, if I'm a, large company, on data about people's health, you want to do it, right? Because that data is so freaking valuable. So this is their way of trying to really, really get into big data, which is the long-term play for them as it is for everyone. And, I'm excited to see how it pans out. Let's see here. Apart from initiatives to step up brand awareness and reach, a select number of Peloton instructors will become Lululemon ambassadors, while Lululemon will also discontinue its studio mirror device, which I just talked about, right? Lulu tried it. They had like the mirror, and it had like, a little fitness trainer that popped up and showed you how to do exercises. Didn't work out. They're discontinuing that, and they're rolling with Peloton. I think it's also important to recognize that no matter how successful you are, nothing you do will always work. That's another thing. Lulu didn't go, wow, we put billions into this mirror device and it sucks, I'm a failure. They said, no, I've still done a lot of things that worked well. This one didn't work, right? That is life. So don't do something wrong or lose money or make an incorrect trade or make the wrong move in life and then say, oh wow, I'm stupid, I can't believe that I did that, I need to put myself back in this box. No, right? Putting yourself back in the box is the exact opposite of what you need to do. They didn't fail with the mirror and say, okay, we're done. No, they were like, okay, we're going to try a different avenue, but still to achieve the same goal. Don't give up your goals. Just be malleable in the way that you're going about achieving them, right? Be versatile, but don't give up, right? That does not mean you're incompetent. I don't think anyone would say that Lululemon is incompetent. Things just don't always work, right? It's trial and error. Everything. It's life, trial and error. So in terms of economic news here, soft landing. Bank of America, ticker BAC, CEO Brian Moynihan said the bank's strategists still expect the U.S. economy to achieve a soft landing instead of a recession on account of continued strength in consumer spending. He noted that the Federal Reserve is winning the battle against inflation, but flagged the risk of going too far in policy tightening. As for the Basel III endgame proposal, Moynihan joined his counterparts in saying they would make U.S. banks less competitive. Seeking Alpha Investing Group leader Lawrence Fuller also believes overall incoming economic data indicates a soft landing in 2024, but Brett Jensen feels the odds of a significant economic storm seem more plausible. I don't really care what all these different people have to say about the economy. You take every day as it goes, and then, operate like that. In terms of today's markets, mixed bag in Asia. Japan, we're down 1.5%. Hong Kong down 1.4%. China up 0.1%. India down 0.9%. So mostly red in Asia and not just red, deep red. London, we're down 0.4%. Paris down 0.2%. Frankfurt flat. The Dow up 0.1%. S&P up 0.1%. NASDAQ down 0.1%. That might have changed, considering the data that we got. Crude oil down 0.2%. Gold up 0.1%. Bitcoin up 0.1% to 26,500. We got a lot of important data this morning. GDP data, right? Initial jobless claims data. So we got a few different, pieces of information here. And we've got a packed schedule, but is any of this important? Pending home sales at 10 a.m. A few members of the Fed speaking. Cook at 1 p.m. Jerome Powell at 4 p.m. Conversation with the chair, a teacher town hall meeting. That sounds like something that's like a planned speech, probably followed by a Q&A. It is at 4 p.m., so it won't matter for markets during market hours, but I think GDP and, initial jobless claims were the important data, which we already went over here today. In terms of what else is happening, we'll finish up here with our rapid fire bullet point rundown. Throw a 7 in the chat if you're still with me. If you don't respond, I assume that you've gone home to be with the Lord and you no longer wish to leverage your money in the stock market. In terms of what else is happening, though, why does this shutdown sell-off look different? Meta, ticker META, shows off Quest 3 headset. AI updates. GameStop, ticker GME, pops after naming Ryan Cohen as CEO. Morgan Stanley lists high dividend paying stock picks. Johnson Controls, ticker JCI, hit by massive ransomware attack. Cybersecurity is so paramount, right? Like in today's time, it's so paramount. And again, for these stocks like CrowdStrike, right? All these cybersecurity stocks, they are never going to like go away. As long as they do their job well, they're never going to go away, because you see just how, I mean, literally every day we're talking about someone else getting hacked. And this isn't like casual. These are major corporations. This isn't like, oh man, somebody got into my Gmail, a singular person, and they stole this. These are full corporations with millions of data points that are getting hacked day in and day out. So you want to have at least some portion of your portfolio allocated toward cybersecurity, because I mean, dang, it's crazy what they got going on. But let's see here. Judge rejects Exxon's plan to restart offshore oil platforms. Micron, ticker MU, slips as mixed outlook overshadows results. UBS, Credit Suisse face wider scrutiny over Russia sanctions. Elizabeth Warren asks JetBlue CEO if Spirit deal will raise fares. And then Uber ropes in analog devices, ticker ADI exec as new CFO. So Uber's got a new CFO. Congratulations to Uber. But I'm going to wrap it up there, put a bow on it. What time is it? 9:07. I ain't mad at that. Made great time this morning. Let's see here. God on to be with the Lord. Listen, you never know what happens during the pre-market prep sessions, man. It's a crazy world out here. But yeah, hopefully nobody did that, right? Not live, not during this session. Speaking life into everyone here, right? Life and life more abundantly. But I'm excited to be back, right? Teresa, not the Lord. Excited to be back, y'all. Excited to dive into things that we have going on today. Let's make it a great day, right? Let's execute. We already have the pre-market analysis in the group, so go ahead and watch that, and let's get ready for this market open. Other than that, I am back on duty tomorrow morning, so I likely won't be here for pre-market prep. I'm getting us there on time. This, this next session, right? Yesterday, listen, guys. I know I've been having to shoulder the blame, but when we pulled up to the hospital for my mom to go into treatment, I was like, okay, hey, like we're almost there. She said, okay, let's find some place to eat since we're actually early. I'm not going to question it. I'm the type where I got to have 3 square meals a day, so I'm not going to turn down a meal. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like sure, let's do it. Didn't even think about the schedule or anything. So she suggested the food. I just found a great place for us to eat. We had a great time. Unfortunately, though, that put us, we thought we were an hour ahead. We were an hour behind. We had to wait till like 2 p.m. to get our next appointment. But tomorrow, we're going to leave here at 6 so that we still have time to get a great brunch and to make it there, right? So planning, people, key. Anyways, have a great day, everybody. Won't be back here tomorrow for this, but you'll have your analysis ready to knock tomorrow out of the park. Other than that, I'll see you next week for our pre-market prep session on Monday. Peace.